Isn't this beautiful when it's actually raining? Hello and welcome, car. Hello and welcome. It is me. It's been quite some time since I last showed my face on the camera, but I thought that today's topic will actually be perfect to why I will show my face this time. Because I do not often show my face, even when I'm live streaming, even when I'm like making usual content, even when I'm reading something, I do not show my face at all. Because I think that you do not need to see my face when it's like you see something on screen and you have to look on the screen because it's more important than my face. And this is the problem I have with like most of the YouTubers. They just show you their face and the reaction. Okay, I know it's for the reaction things, but like, okay, I just don't understand why would you need to show like your whole face on screen. I've seen so many people doing that, and I'm not talking the level of tottery, which is like on the Twitch, where there's like girls who show their naked parts of the body, not boobs and vagina, of course, but most of most of this part and some short legs. You know, shorties and stuff. Yeah, I'm not talking about this level, but just showing your face should be only when it's like vlogging stuff. At least it's what I do, because I do not like showing my face most of the time, because I think I look ugly as hell. But outside of that topic, the main topic I want to talk about today is the topic about kids online. Because I've seen so many people having problems with kids online. I've seen so many people having problems with kids online, and I must say that it's a pretty common problem these days. Don't you remember the times you were a kid online and you were just browsing internet for looking at funnies and YouTube stuff in 2005? Because I sure do, and man, those were amazing times. I think I discovered YouTube when I was like 8 years old or so. Yeah, I think it was 8 years old. I was watching Minecraft Let's Plays and stuff. Minecraft? Back in 2010 I was watching YouTube, and back in 2011 I was fully watching YouTube. Back in 2013 I made an account. Back in 2017 I lost an account and made a new one. So that's a wild ride, I must say. But yeah. And I've seen these days like people are having so much problems with kids online, which is understandable. I know that so many people are seeing those kids and are like, God damn it, please no again. And it's not a recent problem on social medias, because on YouTube it was a huge problem back then, because you've seen like all these kids commenting on I'm lost because of cars, of course. But I've seen so many kids online commenting on YouTube and saying some dumb stuff. For real, they were just saying some dumb stuff like first or before 301, which is a glitch on YouTube, if you remember. But yeah, so there was like many kids online back in the day, and today is not a difference, because on Twitter it seems that there are so many new kids on the fur fandom. What's the fur fandom, you may ask? I don't know, don't ask me. I'm mostly confused about this fandom these days, but it seems that like most of people there are like kids. Like these days, like some of the fandom members just grew up, and other are just joined, and they're like underage. Like I think the lowest I've seen were like 40 years old, and the oldest kids, of course, are 70 years old. Because when you hit 18 mark, you are becoming adult, right? I think so. I'm not really sure about that part, but you know. So yeah. There's a problem with kids online, but it's not really a huge problem where you have to go. It's not really a huge problem where you have to go and start to bully kids online, because let me tell you, cyberbullying is not a funny thing to do, because suicide rates are also counting from the cyberbullying. So if you enjoy doing that, you should probably visit a psychiatrist. No joke, you should. And speaking of that, if you still have problem with kids online, and you enjoy exposing them, Well, you also have a problem. Because let them be by themselves. Unless they are doing something suspicious, such as liking the not safe for work content. And I think it's also not a common thing. Because, hey, kids online having no parent control, that seems about right, yeah? Because you must remember that parents are the ones responsible for their kids. And this is actually a funny thing, because I've seen so many parents in my neighborhood that they're like, do not give a shit about their kids. They just give them phones and tablets and then they are surprised that their kids are growing like this stupid and stubborn style. Which is something I also grew in. I was stupid and stubborn, of course, and whoever was a kid. We also were like stupid and stubborn because we didn't listen to parents, because yeah, we are cooler than our parents and stuff. We can do whatever we want, because we are cool kids. Well, now as I am older and I understand this topic, I know what parenting is. Like, oh jeez, it's more difficult than you think, but I think you actually can have this control over your kid, what they see online. Even if you're like, even if you have like no time on like looking at your kids, you should at least know what they are looking online, yeah? So if there's something suspicious, if they're like closing themselves in a room, then you may just ask them what they're doing. Because if they are doing something suspicious like looking at porn, which is more common these days, well, it's something you should cut off. Not because it's bad, but because it's super bad. Like, man, when I was a kid I've actually snug up a magazine, and then I read from my uncle, of course. Doggos! Well, when I was a kid, I snug up a magazine from my uncle, and then I realized a porn mag with naked ladies on it. And of course, why my pee-pee hard? But of course, then I just gave it back. So it was a strange feeling for me. And after years, I realized what that is, because the sex education in Polish schools, the sex education actually starts way later. But I think the middle school they teach you about what your penis is. So that sounds about right. Anyway, I think this will actually wrap up the entire video about me talking about shite. Vlogging and talking when being outside, when it's also raining, it does your brain muscle sharp. I have no idea what I said, of course. But yeah, take care of your kids. If you're like thinking about parenting and stuff, and you want to have a wife, and you also want to have kids, and you think that you will have no time, you should always just like check up your kids, and maybe do not give them phones or tablets when they are 4 years old, but actually play with them when you have time. I mean, play with them like those, you know. I think you all know what I mean, and not the other thing I just thought about. That's a bad thing to think about. Shooting, I was thinking about, because American shooting schools and stuff. Anyway, just play tags with your kids, or even a paint gun, like, you know, the water balloon stuff. You can choose whatever you want with your kids, but just always have fun with them, and not give them like phones and tablets until they're like, I'd say 12 years old, because then they might actually need it at like doing the other school stuff. Oh hey, I found a disc. What is this? Oh right. Pretty cool, huh? That's interesting. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I think this video is almost 10 minutes long, and it was not intentional. But yeah, Dorohedoro video is coming soon on my YouTube channel. I will be streaming volume 3. So until then, have a good day. Why not today? Because because I'm busy stuff. So yeah, have a wonderful day. And if you're watching this on any other day, I wish you all to have a wonderful day anytime soon. Even if the world ends and you're watching this video somehow, have such a wonderful day last day. I guess I'm just gonna throw it away. But yeah, good night.